What's up guys, Crowan here bringing you another 5.2 patch notes update video. First up, Angelic Bulwark and Spirit Shout can no longer be dispelled. This is a great change, mostly because shamans would always have dominated disc priests or whatever, and also resto druids, and this sort of sticks them in their place because they can't just spam dispel. Obviously the dispel is getting nerfed as well again this patch, but this is a great change to help out disc priests. Next up, there's what I'm assuming is a new passive for Shadow Priest, which is for Shadow. This ability causes Mind Flay to gain the Insanity effect. When it's cast on a target with 3 shadow damage over time spells on them, Insanity causes Mind Flay to deal double damage for the duration. What this is going to mean is in your burst time, when you have your Divine Plague up and your Vampiric Touch and your Shadow Repain, when you use Mind Flay, it just smashes the crap out of them. They're just going to take tons of damage. So this is actually a damage buff for Shadow Priest. Next up, Divine Plague now deals its damage evenly through its duration. Obviously, this is to get rid of some of the spikiness, because at the beginning it could do more, and it was annoying. So obviously that's fixed. Focused Will is now passive for Holy Priest as well as Disciplined Priest. That means that Holy Priests are going to get a 15% and then a 30% damage reduction. Obviously, it's, so it goes 1 and then 2. When they get hit, so that's a great buff for Holy. This is going to mean some way better PvP for them. Next up, Flash Healing has been reduced by 30%, don't worry. A new passive ability available at level 10 increases Flash Heal by 43% for Holy and Disciplined Priests. Alright, so what that means is, it got nerfed for Shadow, but it got buffed for Holy and Discipline. So you got a 13% increase on Flash Heal. So this is going to mean Holy and Disc are both going to be amazing specs for PvP and also going to be better in PvE for just the healing. Next up, Powered Solace has been replaced with a new talent called Solace and Insanity. I think this is the Insanity thing from what I read before, but I can't be sure, but this is my guess. For Holy and Discipline, Powered Solace replaces Holy Fire. It deals the same damage and interacts with other spells and abilities in the same manner, but is instant cast, costs no mana, and restores 1% of your maximum mana on each cast. So what it is Holy Fire but buffed, and I can see this being good. And also with the Insanity thing, Insanity looks like it'll be a good, like, when you're taking a bursty comp, it'll be good for that. I can see this making a big change in the talent choices by priests overall, and we'll just have to wait and see. It's going to be like your mana, if you're as a healer, you're going to be like, this is your mana option that's going to be also offensive. So next up, Glyph of Desperation has been replaced with Glyph of Binding Heal. Pain Suppression and Guardian Spirit can now be always cast when they're stunned, which is a great change. Now to reveal the new Glyph, which is Glyph of Binding Heal, which allows you to cast Binding Heal onto a third target, so it casts on yourself, someone else, and then another person, so just a nearby target, but it costs 35% more mana. So against comps like Affliction Lock, Shadow Priest, Healer, you're going to want to take that because the dots are going to be everywhere, so it'll give that bit of off healing to your friends. So it's probably worth it in that case, and obviously you've still got your single target heal, and you still got your other stuff. So it's probably a good move, and it's also going to buff to Holy. Like, it's more of a buff to Holy because obviously as Disc you can just shield everyone and use Prayer Mending, and Prayer Mending hits harder when you're Disc, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that though. Maybe it doesn't now. I haven't played him as Disc or Holy since Wrath of the Lich King, I think, so. Next up, Glyph of Inner Focus has been replaced with Glyph of Weakened Soul. Casting Inner Focus now always grants 5 seconds of immunity to silence, interrupts, and dispels, which is really nice. And it's just so good. Like, they just gave you, like, they're just going, you know what, this is mandatory. Like, everyone has to take this, so we're just going to give you for free. And then the replacement Glyph, which is even better. This will just make you go, like, every priest is like gonna be like, what the hell, that's amazing. New Glyph, the Glyph of Weakened Soul, reduces the duration of Weakened Soul by 2 seconds. So 2 seconds less on Weakened Soul. That's just amazing. Oh, just so awesome. Next up, Discipline. Right, so we're just going specific for Discipline. That's all it is for the rest, I guess. Penance. Damage and healing has been increased by 20%. That's awesome. So much more damage out of Penance now, obviously. Obviously, it's going to be still risky because it's a Holy School, so... Actually, is it? Wait. Is Penance in the Holy School? Let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure it comes under it, but it might come under Disc, which I never understood why some things didn't count as Holy, but... You guys let me know in the comments for me, please. That'd be great. Okay, so Rapture now reduces the cost of powered shield by blah 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 blah. Right, if you read this, the small text of this, it's messed up, and I'm not gonna go through into depths. But basically, if I hover over the Rapture, and you'll see on screen now, it basically says that it gives you 100% of your spirit. So I'm guessing that's nerfed, and obviously powered shield, they nerfed it, the mana cost as well. So I'm guessing that was all to do with PV and stuff, and with the other buffs, I think priests will probably still be okay. But I don't know if this is good or bad. I can't really tell because it's such a messed up like thing. Like, this is patch notes. Come on, like, fix your bugs and write it properly. Like, who can make out of powered shield by 25%, 50% amplifies mana equal to 150%, 250% was 200%. What the fuck does that mean? But I don't know. I think we're gonna just go with what it says on Rapture, which is 100%. And if that is the case, I think it would be a nerf to what they planned on the last time. But I don't know. Hopefully, with the other changes, they're fine. Like the increase in healing, but you know, so you won't need to heal as often, so your mana will be fine. Next up, Divine Aegis is no longer guaranteed when Prayer of Healing is cast. The effect now procs when the spell crits. I'm not sure about this, but I think it's a PvE thing again, and it doesn't matter for PvP, so I'm not really too worried. Sorry if you're here for PvE. You can make your own judgments on that. Final two things. The 2-piece Holy Discipline PvP set bonus is now the previous Holy Spark 4-piece instead of Diamond Soul PvE. And the 4-piece Holy Discipline PvP set... Wait, no it's not. The 2-piece Holy Discipline PvP set bonus is now the previous Holy Spark 4-piece set bonus instead of Diamond Soul, which obviously you'll understand if you're Holy Disc. I don't actually get that. I don't understand the reference at all. I'm really sorry. The 4-piece Holy Discipline PvP set bonus has been redesigned. It now reduces the cooldown of Chakra by 25 seconds when Spirit Shell is active. The mana cost of Flash Heal is reduced by 50%. That's quite nice. Spirit Shell is one of your big cooldowns, I guess. So it's going to mean that Flash Heals cost nothing, or next to nothing, when you've got Spirit Shell up. And Spirit Shell's on a 1-minute cooldown, so you're not going to go when you're trying to save someone, because that's when you're going to be using it. You Spirit Shell to gain your extra stuff off, and then obviously it's just going to be less mana, and I feel like that's a good move. I think that will stop that big mana reduction in the Rapture and stuff. So hopefully that all works out. And that's the end of the video here. If you liked it, please feel free to just leave a like, comment, and whatever else. Feel free to sub. I do other videos like this all the time. Anything that comes out, I make a video on it. Also, feel free to just chat with me in the comments about any of the changes. I reply to pretty much every comment, so just go ahead and I'll speak to you again soon. Goodbye.